Your body is still, completely still, just sitting. On the surface, everything feels normal. No pain, no clear discomfort, nothing that asks for attention. But inside, it's not as quiet as it seems. The systems that rely on movement begin to slow down. Blood flow becomes less active. Muscles start to disengage. It doesn't happen all at once. There is no sudden warning, no sharp signal, just a slow, almost invisible shift. Something changes, quietly, gradually, while you continue to sit. Your body may look at rest, but inside, it is already adapting to the stillness. As your body stays still, movement begins to fade. And with less movement, circulation starts to slow down. Blood no longer moves with the same rhythm. It begins to settle, especially in the lower parts of the body. The legs stay in one position. Muscles are not contracting the way they normally do. And those small muscle movements, the ones you don't notice, they play a role in pushing blood back up through the body. Without them, the flow becomes less efficient. Oxygen and nutrients still move, but not as actively as before. Nothing feels extreme. But over time, a subtle heaviness can start to appear. A slight dullness. A feeling that the body is not as responsive. Not because something stopped working, but because movement, the thing that supports these systems, is no longer there. As the body remains in the same position, muscle activity begins to drop. Not all at once, but gradually. The muscles that are meant to stay active start to switch off. The glutes, which normally support your body when you stand or move, become inactive. The muscles around the hips begin to tighten. At the same time, the upper body starts to shift. The shoulders move slightly forward. The back begins to round. The neck adjusts to a new position. It doesn't feel like a major change. But the body is no longer holding its natural alignment. Instead, it adapts to the position it stays in the most. Over time, this creates an imbalance. Some muscles become weak from lack of use. Others become tight from staying shortened for too long. And without any clear signal, posture slowly begins to change. As movement stays low, the body begins to adjust its energy use. It no longer needs the same level of output. So the systems responsible for using energy start to slow down. Calorie burning drops. Energy demand decreases. Even processes like glucose handling become less active. The body becomes slower at responding to changes in energy levels. Nothing feels immediate, but gradually a different kind of feeling starts to appear. A sense of low energy, a slight heaviness, a lack of drive to move. Not because the body is tired from activity, but because it hasn't been active at all. The system is not under pressure. It's simply running at a lower level than it's designed for. While you sit for long periods, your spine quietly bears the load. The discs between the vertebrae are meant to absorb pressure. They flex and move as you change position or walk. But when you stay still, the pressure becomes constant. The spine is compressed in the same way, over and over. Small shifts happen, but the overall effect is stiffness. The lower back, mid-back, even the neck begin to feel tight. It doesn't hurt immediately. No alarm goes off. But that subtle stiffness, the dull tension you notice after standing up, that is your spine quietly responding to prolonged stillness. It's not breaking. It's adjusting, adapting to a position it wasn't designed to hold for so long. All these changes, blood flow, muscles, metabolism, spine, they are not separate problems. They are connected. Different parts of the body responding to the same cause, lack of movement. Sitting still doesn't just affect one system. It subtly shifts the balance of many systems at once. The body is not failing. It is adapting. Each signal, heaviness in the legs, stiffness in the back, low energy, tight hips, is a reflection of the same underlying reality. A quiet adjustment, a gradual recalibration to stillness. Every part of the body is linked, and every part reacts to inactivity in its own way. Your body is not broken. It is not failing. It is simply reflecting what it experiences. Stillness is not natural for the systems that rely on movement. They slow down, adapt, and adjust quietly, without warning. What you feel, heaviness, stiffness, low energy, is not a sign of sudden damage. It is your body's way of showing its current state. A calm, subtle message that it is adjusting to life in one position. And that's how sitting slowly, quietly, changes the body. Nothing dramatic. Just the body responding exactly as it should.